If you're serious about getting out of debt as fast as possible, then you need a strategy that's going to help you stay organized and motivated to pay off your debt. And in my experience of working with clients, one of the best methods and strategies to accelerate your debt repayment and save money on interest is using the debt avalanche method. And to further accelerate the debt repayment, we're going to utilize extra payments that target specifically the debt with the highest interest rate first. And if you're interested in skipping all the hassle of creating a debt avalanche spreadsheet like this all by yourself, grab the link down in the description for a customized debt snowball spreadsheet and become one of my clients that I can make a customized debt snowball spreadsheet that is tailored to exactly your debt. And with all the clients I've worked with, it's cut years off of their debt compared to making the minimum payments. So let's get into making this debt avalanche spreadsheet and applying those extra payments. Here we can see that this client has $21,275 worth of debt and is split up over 5 different debts. This first tab on the spreadsheet is just the minimum payments, and it shows when this client would be debt-free if they only made the minimum payments, they didn't apply any debt avalanche strategies, and didn't pay any extra on any of their debts. Applying only the minimum payments, this client would be out of debt in December of 2031, which is about 6.5 years from the making of this video. Now let's see what happens when we add extra money into our debt avalanche spreadsheet. One of the founding principles of the debt avalanche method or the debt snowball method is that you pay the minimum payments on everything except for the one specific debt that you're targeting, and in this case it's the one with the highest interest rate. So I'm going to imagine that this client was able to have $300 extra every single month to dedicate towards the debt repayment, and we're going to target that on the highest interest rate debt first. Here we can see that we've got that $300 extra applied to this highest interest rate debt, the 32%, making that minimum payment $460.01 instead of $360.01. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to drag that down, but we're going to see the progress come a lot faster as far as when these debts are going to be repaid. I'm not going to drag this second debt all the way down until it's paid off. I'm just going to stop here and I'm going to apply this 460.01 to that 81 to accelerate it right out of the gate. So that new payment becomes 541.01. We'll drag that down and that gets paid off right here already. Now we're going to repeat this process with all of these other debts to see how much faster it's going to get paid off than with no extra payments. This new payment now becomes 657.01. That gets paid off much quicker. We'll drag these two down together. Now we're going to add 321.62 to our 657.01, making for 978.63, plus 41 for our last debt, making 1,019.63 cents. I'm going to drag these three down together, and we are already out of debt in July of 2027 by adding those extra $300 every single month into the debt repayment plan. Let's rewind and compare the minimum payments and then the debt avalanche with extra payments. So minimum payments has this client debt free in December of 2031, and then adding that extra $300 a month targeted specifically on the highest interest rate debt first, we're looking at July of 2027. Using a tool like the debt avalanche spreadsheet is going to get your debt paid off way faster than if you just made the minimum payments. And if you're feeling stressed out by your debt and how to organize it into a spreadsheet like this, I highly recommend grabbing that customized debt avalanche consult down in the description. You get to send me your debt information. I make you a beautiful debt avalanche spreadsheet like this that organizes your debt from highest interest rate down to lowest interest rate. The best part about your customized debt avalanche spreadsheet, it will tell you exactly when you can be debt free and when you can break open that bottle of champagne and start celebrating. And if you're sitting there wondering if the debt avalanche method is the right method for you to get out of debt, I highly recommend watching this next video that compares a debt avalanche spreadsheet to a debt snowball spreadsheet and shows you real results of which one can get you out of debt faster.